Welcome back to my channel.
Hey, girl.
Do I need to change? Let me change my angle
You always
around.
do this.
Anyway, I'm Jazmyn W, and welcome to my channel. This is my insecure reaction video that I do every single week after the show. Such a good episode. Such a good episode.
It was.
Because we all want to see Lawrence and ISSA together. Period.
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 Okay, calm down.
That's all we want to see is ISSA and Lawrence together, and this episode gave us that, y'all. Okay, y'all know I always start I'm so happy right now. I always start these videos off with something that I noticed or things that I noticed throughout the episode, so this is fun for me. Some of y'all click off when I get ready to do these, but this is fun. You should enjoy these things that I'm noticing, my own personal perspective, Jazmyn's perspective about what she notices about the episode.
To it.
This should be interesting to you, okay? Number one, when ISSA walked into the restaurant and she fell, why did she stay on the ground?
Why?
We don't do that. Like, only somebody thirsty for attention will stay on the ground. You know the girls who fall and then stay on the ground and laugh and roll over? Because they're so embarrassed, but they're also thirsty for attention. You gotta get your ass up quick.
Quick.
We get up quick. If we're just trying to move on, we don't stay on the ground.
We don't. Girl.
Don't nobody do that. The second thing, I have my list here with my pen and my paper. The second thing I want to let y'all know is bars in LA are really like this, where people be dancing at the bar and bumping into you and acting like they don't see you. Black people too. They're really like this, and it's a problem. I would like to call this out to all my other black people that love to go out and have a cocktail. Guess what? What is in my hair? Stop bumping me at the bar. We all trying to get a drink. We're all trying to have fun and enjoy ourselves with a few libations. Stop bumping me.
Please.
Also, the main overarching theme of this video is relationships have ups and downs. Relationships have ups and downs. Relationships gonna have your ups and downs.
Preach.
But we're gonna get back to that. When the security guard first appeared on this season, I told y'all he was trash. I told my cousin that he was trash, and my cousin tried to come stand up for this guy. I peeped what kind of guy he was, and I know this is based on a real character. I already peeped what kind of guy he was. He has no class, and he's continued to show us that he has no class. That's why you don't even bother yourself by laying down with somebody like that. He said,
okay, Nene.
we used to get it in. Don't ever sleep with nobody who gonna put that sentence together about you. Y'all don't hear me. Do not ever sleep with someone who will put together the sentence, we used to get it in. Don't do it. I don't want to see him in another episode. The next thing I wrote down is happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to be sad too. Let's not get into clinical depression. That ain't what I'm talking about, okay? Before I have y'all come for me. Happiness is a choice. You have to wake up and decide, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to make my life the best it can be. I'm gonna do whatever I can do today to make me happy. If you're unhappy with yourself, what can you do to make yourself happy? Please, you first. Get up every day, and despite of everything that's going on in the world, and choose to make yourself happy by either fighting for change, influencing somebody, mentoring somebody.
Yes.
Period. That's all I got to say about that. I need to do a whole video about that. I need to do a whole video about that. The other thing I noticed, the list is so long today, is Lawrence had the same couch that he had when he and ISSA were together. My mama say, get rid of all that furniture. My mama say, get rid of all that furniture. That's my mama's #1 rule. You ain't about to be on the same couch with me and she. If me and my husband wasn't together, he could have a couch. He could have that table. He could have a bed over there and the bed over there. You know why? I don't want it. I don't want it. And the last thing I will say for the men, this is a tip for men in relationships with women, most likely. Don't ever make me turn around to tell you something. When ISSA walked past Lawrence and Lawrence got out of the way, don't do that. Stop me. Stop me in my tracks. Keep me from leaving. If you ain't willing to keep me from leaving, honey, why we together?
Why?
Because I will pretend like I'm going to leave you 15 times. And every time you better be like, babe. You better be in my way. Don't let me get to the door and have to turn around and say, I want to stay. No, you should have stopped me and said, I want you to stay. Big props to ISSA for going after her own happiness, though. You and Canola ain't together. You and canola oil aren't together. You and Condoleezza aren't together. I want to stay, brother. That's called creating your own happiness right there, honey, okay? And she did that.
Yes.
That is what she did. She created her own happiness in that moment, and I don't blame her. I want to stay, too. Y'all, it's been such a stressful weekend. This episode, I needed to just let go up here and just watch something fun, because I've been watching documentaries and ain't shit men all weekend. And it's just good to watch something created by a woman, written by a woman, directed by a woman. It was great. Anyway, for me, the overarching theme of this video that I'm doing right now is relationships are gonna have ups and downs. And that is not necessarily cheating is what I'm talking about. ISSA said there was a whole year Lawrence didn't want to have sex with her. He didn't want to do anything with his career. He was negative to be around. He wasn't motivated, which affected her. And if you think you're gonna be with somebody long term, if you think you're gonna be married to somebody and not have those real moments happen, you're wrong.
Ooh, child.
You will have periods, sometimes long periods, where things
ain't good,
are not great, because we all have seasons where we feel up and down, where our mood is up and down, where sometimes we don't want to choose happiness, or we can't choose happiness for some reason because of one odd thing or another that happened in our life. And that is exactly why people get divorced. That's why people like Lawrence and ISSA break up, because those times, they're hard to get through. And a lot of times, just like them, you think it's easier to just break up and go find somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to break up, break up.
Please.
But when you really care about somebody, you just continue to work and put in the work. And it's not easy, trust me. We've been together. You don't think we ever had times like that? You don't think where we've had a season of miscommunication? Whew. Speaking from experience. Listen, I ain't lying. I spent 2 years in therapy working on myself too. So the pot is not calling the kettle black over here. Everybody black. Not only was Lawrence casted perfectly, because there is just something so believable about Lawrence and ISSA, those two types of people getting together. All of ISSA's past relationships never felt real. Her and Nathan felt like BS to me. It would never happen in real life because their connection was not there.
Yes.
Her and Daniel did have a connection. It was based on physical attraction and stuff like that. And it read that way because, you know, the characters read that way. But her and Lawrence have such a real connection, so much that you want them to be together in real life, right? Yeah, this episode was very exciting. And you know what? It's great to see ISSA finding her way in this episode without her so-called best friend Molly. You know why? Somebody hit me in the DMs. I ain't gonna say who, but they said, what does your day look like without your best friend? And she already knows who she is. I have a few best friends now, people who I can call up and vent to, and people who, if I needed them right at that moment, they would be there for me to a certain extent. I mean, ain't nobody flying out to be there for you.
Okay.
But if my best friend really needed me, any of them, when I lost somebody in my life who was a burden to me, who I thought was my best friend, that relieved me. I felt a weight lifted off of my shoulders. Yeah, it's sad, it sucks, it's disappointing. But when you no longer have that person's, at that time, what feels like judgment on your life, and that obligation to check in with them or always check for their feelings and always check to see if they're okay and all of that, it's like a relationship ended and it's a dead weight. Like you got a little fetus right here that you just cut off.
Girl,
with a little saw,
you know what?
and honey, that thing healed right on up. I don't even know what I'm talking about no more, so I'm gonna let y'all go. But I love this episode. I can't wait I think there's only 2 more episodes left in this season. I hope y'all been enjoying my reaction videos. If you ain't been enjoying them, then guess what I'm gonna do?
Nothing.
I'm gonna keep doing them. I have a podcast, and if y'all don't listen to it, it's gonna get canceled. So please check it out. It's called Colored Couch Conversations, especially in a time right now. It's all about me talking to women of color about women that influence us, getting to know them, and then also us talking about trending topics and things that really affect us as Black women, Latin women, Asian women, but mostly Black because that's who I surround myself around. But I will have women from different backgrounds on. That's the goal. That's why we call it Colored Couch Conversations and not Black Couch Conversations. Check the link below to check out the podcast on Spotify or Apple. Subscribe to this channel. Like, why I say it so late. I work really, really hard to provide content for people that are into the things that I'm into and that look like me. So if you relate to me already, go ahead and subscribe because we in it to get it. We in it to win it, or whatever they say. Anyway, I'm Jazmyn W. If you want to get to know me more intimately, follow me on Instagram. If you want to hear me rant and complain, follow me on Twitter. And if you want to laugh, follow me on TikTok. I will see y'all on Thursday with an update video about everything that's happening in the world. I don't expect it to be funny. It probably will be, but I don't expect it to be right now. So thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all later this week.
Bye.
Bye.